People saying you're never going to do it. I've been told that all my life, that you can't do this, you can't do that. You shouldn't go to America, what if? And I'm like, I'm going to prove everybody wrong.
Great turnout already. You'll see 50 some odd athletes here, largest turnout of a pro show we've had this year, probably in many years. And I think it's a testament, of course, to the hard work of everybody involved. All the guys in the 202 for coming out and supporting that. As you can see, it's grown very quickly, and I think within the next year or two, this can also be part of the mainstay of all the pro shows, and eventually, maybe even hopefully at the Olympia.
We just got done finishing the weigh-ins, and we're quite happy. So he feels good. He's resting up right now, getting ready for tomorrow. So
there's been changes to his diet this year, whereas before we'd normally do medium carbs, pretty much zero fats, or as low as possibly. This year it's been high fats, zero carbs, or thereabouts, which has worked really, really well for him. But we've had a few sort of problems the last 2 days when we've been carb loading, basically. His body's been finding it very hard to digest his carbohydrates, so we've had to sort of switch around from certain carbohydrates and stick basically on oatmeal. Oatmeal and bananas is basically what we found is being digesting easier on his stomach.
Good luck, guys.
Basically, we're 10 minutes out now from getting backstage for the open class. Flex has been off stage now for about 20 minutes, half an hour from coming out from the 202 class. Absolutely fantastic package on stage. Very, very confident that he's taken that class. I think we're all excited to see what he's going to be looking like against his fellow competitors for this big outing.
Guys, good to see you.
Thanks, bro.
Hey, buddy.
Good.
Hello. I heard you look good at the 202. Unfortunately, I got in late and I got to see you in the open. And you looked great when you first came out on stage. But as time went by, I started seeing you fade. So I think you just didn't get enough carbs in you. What are you doing right now?
Well, basically we took in. We loaded up, I don't know if you know, but we had a bit of a bad carb up phase. My body sort of rejected a lot of carbs. The night before the show we had to sort of change strategies and heavily carb in a certain method. Well, Neil talk more so on that. But
yeah, well, basically what we'd normally do is for 3 full days, we'd put 1,000 grams of carbs in him for, for each day, basically 1,000 grams, and those carbs would come from sweet potato, baked potato, and white basmati rice.
So more complex carbs.
Yeah, very complex.
Yeah.
And we would also put 2 to 3 oatmeal meals in there as well with banana.
Yeah.
But because of the fact that he's been on zero carbohydrates such a long time, his body just wouldn't digest them. So they were sitting in his stomach, he was uncomfortable, he couldn't digest the food, he couldn't go to the toilet, it was blocking him. So we were basically averaging getting in about 500 to 600 grams of carbs at the most each day. So on the last day, the only way of actually holding anything inside him was just pure oatmeal and bananas for the last day. But we were still down by about 1,200 grams of carbs. Now, what we'd normally do when we wake up the next morning, we'd normally sort of put some fats in and some simple, a lot more simple sugars. But again, we didn't have time to do that because the prejudging was early compared to other shows. We had to make sure he dried out through the night, so when he woke up the next day, he was dry. So of course, in the morning, he looked good. I was happy with what he was looking like in the morning, but he still had a digestive problem. So if we kept putting food into him, he was going to get bloated. He was going to get bloated.
So we're taking in more simple carbs. We should double up, on those simple carbs.
I agree.
And you'll look really a lot fuller.
Right. And I think the most exciting thing about it all is that, we, as we're sitting here at the moment, we're convinced that, he's in the top 3.
Yeah.
Realistically, I think he's coming second. How many people are actually giving him rave reviews now about what he looked like this morning, when we know what he's going to look like next week, or what he's going to look like tonight, or what he's going to look like in the Olympia? So if he's coming in a very close second to a phenomenal physique, what's he going to do next week? What's he going to do in the Olympia?
That's what I say. There's a lot more flex to come.
It's Saturday morning, the morning of the big Flex Lewis debut. He's ready to rock and roll this year now, this pro debut, and I'm 100% certain that he's going to take the title here today. He's competing against true pros and new pros for the very first time. Some people might say that he's an underdog, some people might say he's one of the favourites going into the show.
check for $2,000 to the runner-up, the pride of Wales, James Flex Lewis.
The first place trophy, the check for $3,000 to our winner of the 202 Pro Bodybuilding Weekly Tampa Pro. Here's your winner, David Henry. That's an impressive lineup there. The 202 has definitely found its way to the IFBB scene.
That's great. That's really awesome.
Second place is no slouch. Did a great job. We got next week. You were even off and you came second. So what's going to happen next week?
I'm excited. I know what not to do next week.
I'm going to watch you, because he said he's not going to be there. I think I'm going to be with you Friday and make sure you carb right.
Great stuff. Thanks.